Virgo Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your 7-card draw. What do I need? Shadow read for this full to new July 2022. I am your reader, fellow Virgo Sun sign, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. They're my initials. Professional witch. Professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. That's 24 years in service at the time of this recording. Author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch, available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box. You can preview it for free. The whole first bunch of pages. You can see the dedication to my mom going up for her birthday next week, so getting these readings done ahead of time. Busy week. Got interviewed public access yesterday, doing a talk at the Unitarian Universalist Church for Beltane in July. Figure that one out. On Saturday, packing up and traveling. Yeah, go check it out if you want to see the dedication to my mom. And I'm a creator on Patreon, patreon.com/Drawing the Circle. Loving it there. Best career move I've made to date. Allowing my creativity, the guidance, grace, love, wisdom, and power to flow through me there. Exclusive content, stuff they get to see before everybody else. And I stream there pretty much every morning. Cup of coffee, bathrobe, my hair usually in some kind of something or other, talking about the day's lunar astrology and the magical applications therein. My beloveds, Virgo power, humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, goddesses are my subscription tiers over there. If you want to go check it out, there's a link in the description box, and you know you wanna. Because I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but you can call me Mal. Got Mal? I don't know if you can see that. It says Got Mal. And look what it does to my heart chakra. Sparkly. If you are new to the channel, we're trying to keep it light. It's a shadow read, a waning moon read. So let's talk about it. If you're new, a 7-card draw is just 1 card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waning moon from full to new. But I also do the 5-card draws. For the waxing, the new to full. So if you want to check those out, there's a playlist. The What Do I Need reads, the lunar reads, they're all in one place if you want to check them out on my channel. So let's look at this waning moon, shall we? The full moon in Capricorn, Wednesday, July 13th, 2:37 p.m. Eastern Time. I am in New York. I will be traveling most likely the next day, the 14th. And then the 2 weeks of letting go, releasing, transforming, surrendering, forgiving, waning, doing the alchemy from lead to gold. Lead has 3 more atoms than gold on the periodic table. Look, I did math. So symbolically speaking, to release what needs to be released so that we can really plant a new seed at the new moon in Leo. If I didn't mention new moon in Leo, Thursday, July 28th, 11:55 p.m., right? So weed the garden to plant a new seed, however we want to do it. We are Virgos, we are earth signs, so it's a good metaphor to play with. But, the alchemy, the healing, the letting go is necessary. So it is a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Every reading can't be for every single person all the time. It's just how it works. And certainly do check your other signs to get more information about the timeline we are about to look at, because your sun, moon, rising, and Venus can have different takes on the same timeline. Information, inspiration, whatever, as well as there could be 4 different aspects of your life that need letting go, healing, releasing, surrender, blah, blah, blah. You get the gig. Cool. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I will do my best to get my beloved virgins, who can drive, most of us, it's harsh, the best that I can, the clarity, guidance, and grace, and, that's what we're here for, and I'm here to serve, and I love you. Please take a nice deep breath. Here we go. Still point. Using the Caroline Mace archetype deck, I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, the angels, archangels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters of the General Assembly, the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, the spirit animals and totems, as well as the pantheon of all pantheons of all traditions, lineages, and cultures. What is the dominant 8th chakra archetype? Using the Caroline Myss archetype cards hovering over their heads like a satellite, beaming down the mission. The electromagnetic forces changing as a result in all the chakras, their energy fields, what we, I'll include myself as a Virgo, what we attract and repel in order to do what we need to do, heal what we need to heal, and as a result heal unity, right, in the quantum wantum timey-wimey wibbly wobbly. As we heal ourselves personally, we heal the world globally, particularly the people on it. So what's the dominant 8th chakra archetype to give us an indication of the shadow work involved in the gold within the lead, the hidden blessing, this full to new July 2022? And we got the Exorcist. Too many jokes. Too many jokes hitting my head. We're not going there. Linda Blair Witch Project. The Exorcist is a divine family archetype. There are 9 different families. This could also be called the shaman, but I'm very hesitant to take that word because of the appropriation of the indigenous cultures. I'm a witch, but you think I can't do an exorcism? You bet your ass I can. I'm extremely well trained in that area, because when people say they want a house blessing, I'm moving into a new place, will you bless it for me? What they're really asking for, they don't know it, is an exorcism, to exorcise the negativity. So the shadow to light here, right? Lead to gold, pain to peace. The shadow is what you don't want to look at in yourself. Don't even look at it, or you know about it, you don't want anybody else to know about it. The light is what you're shooting for. And our last card down, the Blessed Bee deck by Lucy Cavendish, will give us a little bit more about the gold within the lead, the hidden blessing, if you do the work. The shadow attribute, fear of facing your own demons. And hello, that's everybody at some point or another. What are our own demons? There are better angels that are still in disguise, right? It's the fear, the collective shadow, right? If you want to call Satan and Lucifer and all that stuff, whatever. The collective toxic ego is that. In my experience, I've seen it, I've found it within myself, I still do, right? So it's the alchemical process. Whatever arises, love that. Thank you, Matt Kahn. We've got his healing mantra deck in this read. The light attribute, you're shooting for it. The hidden blessing, freeing yourself and others of destructive impulses. Now what you think, Virgo, that would not be a service to all of mankind, humankind, life on planet Earth? The destructive impulses to, burn down rainforests and take away rights, and I could go on, but I won't, because these readings are long enough. But freeing yourself of destructive impulses because of fifth dimensional unity consciousness, the holographic nature of reality. There's really only one of us here on the planet, including the planet. We heal that in everybody. What a service. Now, taking that kind of destructive impulse and transforming it is a journey in and of itself. Very powerful. And let's face it, the most shamanic traditions are earth-based. Perfect for the Virgo. Well, let's put you back in there. Let's see if you come around again. So, next 4 chakras down. Crown, third eye, throat, heart, spiritual power, mental power, willpower, choices and decisions, which it's up to you whether or not you do the shadow work, you do the healing. And emotional power, the feminine energy, the internal dynamic, the yin of instead of the yang, but interwoven. Let's see what hits the table. Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. And here we go. As I call upon my goddesses of earth, the sign of Virgo, powers of the north, please, Daughters of the Moon Tarot, heart, throat, third eye, crown, the internal world, indicating the internal aspect of the shadow work. This is where it usually does begin. Yes, there may be some shadow in the lower 3 chakras, but this is where we actually make the choice to do it. So, what's the message that the Virgo collective needs to know about on the inside to exorcise this exorcist within them this full to new July 2022? You got a court card. Now, when it's a court card, this is the Aquarius card, the Crone of Blades, Ixchel. We'll talk about her in a moment. That would be the Queen of Swords in traditional tarot. But when it's an heart, third eye crown, it's an internal dynamic, not an external. So if you have any planets in Aquarius, I would check that out. Maybe not the outer ones so much, but Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, at least I would check out those readings. And even if you have no placements there, we're looking at 11th house dynamic. 11th house, how you interact with the world, humanitarianism, egalitarianism, which is interesting because we've got Exchel as Eagle Woman. It's not her only former epithet. She's also known as Jaguar Woman. And by the way, a shamanic goddess of South America, right? So we do have a little bit of a theme going on here, but let's talk about fixed air. Now, I've dated a lot of Aquarians, a lot of them, freaks of the zodiac, all of them, but I love them. I love them for that. I always get along with an aqualung and Aquarian. But we're certainly looking at here about fixed air, like the stratosphere. The eagle flies highest, sees furthest, although technically that's the albatross, but it's not very poetic unless you're wearing it around your neck, which is apparently not a good accessory. Seeing things from the higher perspective, right? That's where humanitarianism comes from. That's where we get to see mentally the unity of all by flying above the chaos, seeing the divine order in play. Very third eye, this is a divine family archetype, so this might very well be about fixing your attention, but to see the larger picture. That's why aquariums, aqualungs, are so distant. It's not just that they pull back and they pull up. Right, but as a fixed air sign, she's flying with a pair of scissors, clipping away what no longer serves, which is really good for a waning moon read. Now, certainly we all have mental shadows. Those are essentially illusions, lies that we believe to be true, or maybe it appeared true at one point, but it's not the truth. For example, the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. No, the planet turns on an axis, right? So there's just the most basic example there of flying above that and seeing it not so much from the personal, but the impersonal, which doesn't mean cold and hard and horrible, but it means symbolically to see it from the impersonal, which the divine is both immanent and personal, and impersonal. It's all that and the side of aquarium fries. So hop on that eagle, get up into your third eye, maybe even higher chakras there to tap into that exorcist vibe. Lower three chakras, the mythic tarot, the masculine energy, you from the outside looking in, maybe you from the inside looking out at a person, place, or thing, because your lower three chakras are about relationships in the world. Root chakra, groups, tribes, circles of friends, your genetic heritage, your spiritual community, your religion, right? Like, I'm a New Yorker, that's a tribe, right? I'm an American, that's a tribe, troubled family that we are right now. You know, human, there's a tribe. So second chakra is one-on-one relationships to another person or thing, money, sex, and power. Third chakra is your relationship to yourself in the world, what you will, what you want, what you do, what you don't, your gut intuition, and your self-estimation as a verb, because if it's your intuition, if your guidance and grace, your gut telling you to do or not do something, healthy self-esteem as a verb allows you to do that without asking anybody permission, which we don't like doing. Please take a nice deep breath. My legs are crossed under this table just like the Virgo symbol. Breathe. Still point. Yeah, trying to yuck it up during trying to joke it up during what feels like a very, very powerful read as I call upon my gods of earth, the sign of Virgo, powers of the north, please, beloved ones. Oh, hoof and horn, all who die shall be reborn. Dionysus, sacred vine, dearest Lord, Phaedra mine. The gods of mutable earth, please. One card in clarity using the mythic tarot. What's going on? Outside looking in, inside looking out. Yang dynamic, masculine energy for the Virgo collective. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs that they need to be aware of. Would help them do this shadow work of the Exorcist with the distance, the mental altitude to see this clearly, this full to new. July 2022. Now you got another Court card. You got fixed air on the inner. You got Helena Troy, the Queen of Cups, fixed water. Scorpio, this could be you. Even if you have no planets in Scorpio, but if you did, you might want to check that out too. But certainly, fixed air on the inner, fixed water on the outer. Ain't nobody know what you're going through. And maybe you don't. Maybe this is you facing your own demons in some way, shape, or form. That is what shadow work is. And you hear about knights fighting dragons and monks wrestling demons. It's the same process, just the cultural lenses are different. And they're scriptural as well. I mean, 40 days, 40 nights in the desert to stand with Satan on top, Lucifer, Satan, whoever, I forget the exact name they called him by, right? But get thee behind me. But you got to face the shadow, right? You got to face it. You run from it. It sneaks up on you, and it possesses you, and you do things you never would have done because you're coming from fear and pain. And that's what we're seeing in the world. So again, this is a card of transformation. Scorpio, you may not be showing too much about how you're feeling. Scorpios usually don't, but that doesn't mean the feelings here aren't deep. And maybe this is about you creating a nice, healthy emotional boundary for yourself to do the service for yourself. And then again, like I said, maybe you're doing it with a unity vision. Like, okay, there's a lot of hatred on the planet right now, obviously. Wars and political caca all over the place. I get it. So look at what you hate, what you dislike. Usually there's an intuitive hit in there somewhere, but the ego sees it as a judgment. The soul sees it as, well, maybe there's some intuition here. What can I do about that within myself? And the personality has to decide, has to choose. So that's the free will that we have in the game. We can't choose the options, but we can choose which options we want to take. So we got a lot. I mean, and absolutely that Queen of Cups could be someone in your life as well. This could be about that Scorpio energy, that I wouldn't go purely by sun sign, but maybe there's a deep intuitive thing going on there with somebody that you know they're holding back, or you know that they know something, and maybe they're struggling with their demons. Yeah. All right, the Macon Healing Mantra deck to help you through this. A little bit of a mantra every day does wonders. Doing it every second of every day for 2 weeks is probably not a wise idea. Although you do have fixed air, Aquarius, focused mind. So, find your way through this. Let's get you with the perfect healing mantra to help with this shadow work. Virgos, breathe. Still point. As I call upon the Ascended Masters, General Assembly, but I could say the Ascended Masters of shadow work, of transformation and healing, please, one card in clarity, the perfect healing mantra, because maybe we're facing somebody else's demons as well here. We come from this egalitarian place. That would be nice for a change. To be in service in some way, shape, or form. What's perfect healing mantra for us Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, I'm watching this video, receiving this reading to help us with the alchemy of the Exorcist. Ixchel, shamanic goddess on the inner. Helena Troy, Queen of Cups, Scorpio on the outer. Blow our minds, give us the perfect healing mantra that we may serve and heal for our well-being and for the well-being of all this full to new July 2022. Cultivating courage in any given moment. I always know exactly what to do. That has gotten me through some interesting crossroad moments, whether a choice or a decision, to cultivate courage. Now, I am a gardener. I have a container garden. Calling it a pot garden apparently sets off red flags. No, they're like clay pots and, stuff like that. And so I know how to cultivate a garden. It's my gig. It's my other art form, as well as dance, as well as divination, as well as a lot of stuff apparently. A full-time artist now, retired leader, but certainly full-time artist. So cultivating courage, courage, mon amour, courage of the heart, right? The French word for the heart. Do you remember Parfum de Coeur? Total designer fragrance knockoff back in the 80s. And then shampoo de parfum. Cultivating courage. In any given moment, I always know exactly what to do. Well, the soul does, and the higher self does. The personality and the ego, maybe not so much. When courage is cultivated, right? Plant a seed, watch it grow. You are aware of your choices, and able to pinpoint your most inspired options with accuracy and ease. Accuracy and ease, particularly by pulling back, seeing it from a higher place. The GPS, the Google Maps of it all, right? Seeing all of the terrain, not just what's in front of you. Transcendence, in a way, with the Exorcist, that could absolutely be a part of that divine family archetype. Such options may not always match up with the things you want. Tell me about it. But they will always give you the exact experiences you need to further evolve your soul. Again, the ego wants what it wants. As soon as it gets what it wants something else. Prove me wrong. Right? The soul is like, let's take the journey. Let's taste it all. Let's feel it all, right? And the personality has to choose. Am I going to try and make the ego get its way, let it get its way, or am I going to let the soul take its journey? Moment by moment by moment. As you cultivate courage, you are stepping into a new frontier of soul expansion where life has permission to guide you forward into the fulfillment of your long-awaited destiny. How could you not have demons and fears around your destiny? If we knew what our ultimate destiny was, we'd run. Check it out in the scriptures, man, where they all did. All the great prophets were like, what? I mean, Abraham alone. I don't mean Abraham Hicks. I mean Old Testament, right? Moses, if he had known he wasn't going to make... Oh, spoiler, he doesn't make it to the promised land. He dies before him. But if he had known that, right? If he had known his destiny was to 40-year schlep through the desert, right? My mother was a Hebrew teacher for a while. And that's what happens when you marry your Jewish divorce lawyer. They're still together. It's been 50 years. It's good. I love them. Can't wait to see them. But, you know, it's like we all run from that. It's like, I don't want to do that. And even Jay, I call him Jay, Yeshua ben Joseph, right? Get thee behind me. Well, you know, he had to cultivate courage in that moment. No one's born. There's no magic potion or spell for courage. Yeah, I know Jack Daniels, but it wears off and gives you a hangover. Your long-awaited destiny. This mantra is ideal for breaking old habits, deepening your focus, really a key word, fixed air on the table here, as well as fixed water, and following your heart. This could totally be you in that, saying, you know what, no one needs to know what's going on. I'm cultivating courage here. I'm releasing some of my demons, really turning them back into angels, if you want to talk alchemy that way, right? In the beginning, they were just angels, and then they fell. And I still think that the fallen angel is how the higher self manifested a soul, came in to do a hero's journey in human form. But that's the process of involution and falling asleep. We're in the process of spiritual evolution, which is about waking up, hence the spiritual awakening, forgetting, remembering. Yeah. Cultivate that courage. It's such a great mantra. In any given moment, I always know what to do. And that really comes in handy when all of a sudden something happens that's out of the blue, right? To bring you into that center still point. All right. That's the first of 3 bookie book readings. This is not the next one, but it is the Whispers of Love Oracle, the voices of the higher selves of all involved. So if there are other people involved, their higher self has a say on what card hits the table. But if this is all just within you, which absolutely it could be, Virgo's 6th house dynamic, health and occupation. If we occupy ourselves with our own health and healing, then we can certainly turn that around and serve others in ways where we have a deeper compassion and understanding. So the Whispers of Love Oracle, this is the one that often turns the party, where we get a whole different take on what this is. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, what is the whisper of love for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs? Watching this video, receiving this reading, the piece of information, inspiration, insight needed by us to alchemize this Exorcist with the Aquarian energy on the inside, Ixchel, Crone of Blades, which would be the Queen of Swords on the inner with the Queen of Cups. The Scorpio card, Helena Troy on the outside. Not really talkative, but very, very deep feeling. Cultivating courage, because in any given moment we always know exactly what to do. Taking that into consideration. What is the whisper of love you have for the Virgos this full to new July 2022? Miracles and blessings. See, you do the alchemy. The lead turns to gold, right? Symbolically speaking. The pain in the ass reveals a gain, right? The loss, the gain, the waxing, the waning. There is gold in here, miracles and blessing, and the words they have written on here under that is everything has its gift. But, you know, a lump of lead is different than a lump of coal, but you get a lump of lead. Again, we're talking symbolically, archetypally here, not literally. Then certainly you can transform that. It is, alchemy is a process of transformation, the action of changing form, transformation. Well, at least we got a miracle going for us. But again, your definition of miracle. Is a miracle for you only about something that defies natural law, or is it a shift in consciousness from a thought system based in fear to a thought system based in love? Of course, a miracle is kind of miracle, which is a blessing unto itself. All right, but forgiveness is the key. The F card is not on the table. Just, man, it's not involved. Because how are you going to face those demons if you're not willing to forgive yourself or anybody else? And it's not all at once. It's not a once and done. So let's move to our next book read, the Divine Animals Oracle. I love this deck. This book has so much info in it. But if you're going to do the shadow work, like a hero on the hero's journey, right? He-Man had Battle Cat, right? We could go on and on and on. Wonder Woman doesn't really have a super pet, does she? I mean, Superman's got Crypto. That's not fair. Sure, Arthur Curry has a seahorse or something, right? Yeah, Diana needs her totem animal there. What do you think it would be? Comment below. What would Wonder Woman's totem animal be? Let's see what Stacey DeMarco has written here. But let's find out who's helping you along the way, because everybody's got spirit animals and totems, and they're not quite the same thing, but we can talk about that another time, maybe on Patreon. Let's see what hits the table. Please take a nice deep breath. My favorite pantheon. Still point. Ooh, I almost felt like my hair on my arms was starting to stand up as I call upon the spirit animals and totems for the Virgo collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs watching this video, receiving this reading using the Divine Animals Oracle. Put that word divine, their pantheon, please, for the Virgo collective to help us do the shadow work of the Exorcist. Aquarius on the inner, Scorpio on the outer, cultivating courage. In any given moment, we'll always know what to do. And there are miracles and blessings here is the message from the higher selves of all involved. A real alchemy from lead to gold, pain to peace, shadow to light, the impossible to the possible. What do you got for us here? Who walks with us, who swims with us, who flies with us, who crawls with us, giving us the protection, power, guidance, grace, love, and wisdom from the animal pantheons this full to new July 2022. And we got the horse. Oof. Wilbur. The horse, freedom. I won't let you down, so please don't give me up. Gotta have some faith in the sound. It's the one good thing that I've got. Well, I got a couple of more than one. Card number 24, the horse, freedom. And this is a horse, by the way, coming out of a portal in the woods. That'd be fun in the backyard. Oh, honey, you forgot to close the portal. But wild horses can't keep us away. Card number 24. Or are we here? Ooh, oh, pretty much opened right to it. Keyword, freedom. To be truly free, we must learn true independence. Trust yourself, as listening to people who may have other agendas is not the way to make good, clear decisions. Oh, I think I know what this is. Are you dealing with somebody who is possessed by a demon? And I'm putting that in air quotes and holding my place in the book at the same time, right? We all have our demons, right? That's become colloquial. Oh, they're fighting their demons, right? Who ain't got them? Everybody's got lead in their system. Otherwise, why are you still here? Right? And go back to the paradise world. Individuation from our parents is a natural process. It's an interesting little piece to throw in there. Although it is often fraught with difficulty on both sides, your true power resides in your ability to always know you have a choice and it is yours to make, because in any given moment you always know exactly what to do, but that's a soul thing. Burn down the village is not an option. At least not for me. And I'm Leo rising, so believe me. Decisions, pay me, lawyer's salary. The magic. Horse magic is profoundly free and powerful. To ride a horse at full gallop is to experience a sacred bolt of the most primal liberty. Now, horses are definitely element of earth. If I was going to do a quarter call, I would call the horse in at the north, unless I was calling Epona, then I'd probably call her in the west. When you are feeling trapped or small, expand your field by calling for their energy. There's also a long history in physical and mental healing with horse energy, and this can be used when you are ill or unstable. Horse energy invokes a calm and solid presence and can be used to quiet your spirit if you are feeling disturbed. Horse magic is also an expression of trust. A powerful horse could go anywhere it wants, yet it is willing to be led. A person trusts the horse to be sure-footed, leap and run away from danger, while the horse trusts the human to be its partner, to not hinder, to take care of it, to guide it. It can be a very deep bond if you allow it to be. If you are ever doubting yourself or feeling trapped, engage in some horsepower, little play on words there, expand your field by calling for their energy. This could very well be breaking the ties that bind within yourself in terms of the chains of pain that we are in. The pain body, Eckhart Tolle, Power of Now and Elsewhere. Right? How we do this work to set ourselves free. The lead to gold ratio, symbolically speaking, is really important because lead is an insulator and an inhibitor, right? It inhibits energy from moving. Gold is a conductor. So the freedom that we want in this world. Now look, freedom's a big, important thing on planet Earth right now. We're losing our freedoms. Seems like everywhere. But that is part of the game down here, is what we do about it. Well, if in every given moment we know exactly what to do, but that's a soul thing, then certainly we got to free up them angels, help them remember who they are within ourselves. Alchemy from lead to gold. I think I've said it a couple of times already. Thank you. I do like to make a point when I can. So, as I said, the Blessed Bee will give us some more insight into the hidden gold within the lead, the hidden blessing. If you take the hero's journey of this and do your best, particularly with the focus on the divine family archetype of the Exorcist, there's certainly a spiritual, very earth-based alchemy in play there with that horsepower for freedom behind it, though it's really about freeing the self and maybe even others, or freeing my left contact lens from wanting to secede from the union. There's left side, usually feminine energy for me on the left. So this might be about really needing to see something clearly from this more intuitive point of view than purely just the rational of the right eye, just saying. So, let's see what hits the table. The hidden blessing, and here's what's going to happen. We're going to get the card. I'm going to do the blessing for real with the Torch of Archangel Ariel, and, then we'll finish the blessing, and then we'll chat a little bit on the end, and I will release the reading and see what else comes out of my mouth. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Indeed, as I call upon the pantheons of all pantheons from all traditions, lineages, and cultures, please, what is the hidden blessing using the Blessed Bee, the mystical Celtic blessing cards to enrich and empower by Lucy Cavendish for the hidden blessing? The gold within the lead, the destiny, if you take the journey and alchemize the fate on the hero's journey of life doing this shadow work. Please, pantheons of all pantheons, traditions, lineages, and culture. What is the hidden blessing, the lead within the gold for the Exorcist, so they can free themselves and others of destructive impulses, which makes it a service, but it starts within. And with that Aquarius energy, Crone of Blades, Ixchel, a shape-shifting goddess, a shamanic goddess, for sure. But that fixed air of Aquarius, maybe seeing it from the third eye, or the crown, and maybe using that to even get up into the 8th chakra to really see it from the satellite point of view with the Queen of Cups. If this is them, they're not necessarily communicating with a very strong intuitive force there as well, but also speaks of transformation as well, as this could be someone in their life, but it doesn't matter in any given moment. We always know exactly what to do, but we need to find that present moment sometimes to do that, because there is a miracle and a blessing here. Everything has its gift, and for them to do that with freedom, for freedom, not only are they doing this for themselves, they're doing this not just for the collective of all the Virgos, but for all of life on planet Earth. So give us that hidden blessing, and I'll be glad to confer it if you do it through me for the Virgo collective this full to new July 2022. A blessing of the air. One of the 4 elemental blessings in the Blessed Be by Lucy Cavendish. They're the first 4 cards of the deck. You got card number 2. And I'm sorry, tell me I'm wrong. Shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing. Right, come on. Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. It was totally that wig. Told you I'm trying to keep it light. But now here is where we get serious. All right, I'm going to read it from the bookie book, but we're doing it for real. I'm going to channel that blessing through. I am sitting essentially in the High Priestess card here. You know, it's in my resume. Right? Here we go. Please take a nice deep breath. Element of air. Card number 2, a blessing of the air. A blessing to allow the free-flowing movement of inspiration, fresh ideas, and purposeful memories, clear thoughts, and true words this day. Beautiful soul, may you be blessed this day by the element of air. May your thoughts and words be in harmony with each other, and may they be inspired by trust in your ability to understand deeply, with the gifts of the mind, all that is within you, all that is without you. Really good for that Aquarius with the Exorcist archetype. May your gift of the mind be clear and open, and may worthy ideas blossom and be expressed with the ease and grace in words and actions that are in affinity with the highest of your ideals. May there be knowledge that is enriching, information that is trustworthy, words that are true in your world this day. Let memories that arise be ones which support you in your tasks, like shadow work. Awaken forgotten dreams, and may the qualities of your thoughts match the boundlessness of the sky. May there be freedom, horse magic, and perspective, Aquarius, as you move through this cycle of the sun, and may the winds of change blow from your life whatever is best to liberate yourself from. Let the weightlessness of the air free you from the burdens that hold you from your dreams like your demons. And may the very air you breathe be pure and enlivening, awakening you to the limitlessness of your life's possibilities. May you feel inspired and refreshed, loved and nurtured with every breath in and with every breath out. Release from your mind all that is no longer in alignment with who you are becoming. Let your wings grow and strengthen until you take flight. Let scent and song and soaring freedom be yours, for these are the domains of the element of air. And these are the blessings that are all about you this day. Most of all, may you fill yourself with what is good and true and pure, and may your every breath be blessed. For the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So let it be. So it is. It was a good one. That makes sense. Do the alchemy. See it from a higher place. You'll see the truth, the clarity there with that blessing of air. Don't have to tell anybody about it, but there is a deep emotional process in place. Definitely a transformation. So cultivate courage. You always know exactly what to do. There was a miracle and a blessing. Everything has its gift, but particularly this, and that gift is freedom. As you alchemize that, that's really, really lovely. So did it make sense to you, Virgos? Then hit the thumbs up. Help the other virgins find it, because we need to drive, and that's harsh. And if you want more of me here on YouTube, because I can spoonful of raw organic honey to make the medicine go down, then hit the subscribe button, follow me here, and elsewhere. I'm on Instagram too and all that. But certainly if you want more of me here on YouTube, that's the way, and hit the notification bell, because I will be traveling and getting these out when they get out as time allows. And if you want more of me, if you want the deeper vibe, if you want, got Mal, want more, well, come play Cheon on Patreon. Humans, heroes, angels, witches, immortals, gods, and goddesses, keeping it affordable and really packing those subscription tiers with as much benefits as I can every day as a Virgo in service in the full manifestation of Paradise Planet Earth, which is my goal. Let's see how far we get. And certainly if you want to book me, I can't leave magic hanging in the air, Virgo. And if you want to book a private reading with me, there is a video in the description box, Booking a Reading with Mal. YouTube video explains it all for you, just like Clarissa. I've got to throw in that reference every single time, apparently. Otherwise, seriously, I love you, and I wish you the very best. Serve yourself in this process. You're going to serve some others. I love you. Good luck. Hail. Farewell. And blessed, blessed be.